Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley uses the stiff arm. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Jones. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing again on second down. Jones trying to lay one up deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Cousins under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a throw here, hauled in, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the
On second down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7.
The Giants take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 10, Jones shoves him aside. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cooper will come in motion right. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Now, that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing, Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jones now off the play fake. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Gano's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field and not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
But the Vikings at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play fake, Cousins.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter in
there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You caught plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first, and it'll bring up 3rd down now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you have your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And we'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Cook bowling his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 30.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and incomplete on the deep ball.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Again, it's Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Jones. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go here. And he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And the Giants send out their punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, second and 10.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that's incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. And now here is another interception.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
That shit strapped, Slim.
They're going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense.
Throw the ball, you dumb!
Into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress.
Oh.
Every team has plays in their book to try to pass the
Man, that's not a fucking cheese, nigga.
How does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
It's cool. I got something for this shit. You think it's sweet. I got something for this.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
Come on. That was you sorry as shit. Sorry ass nigga. This nigga is so fuck. Hey, bro. This nigga Edwards is so fucking sorry, bro. Look at this shit. Watch it get left again. No, oh my God. Hey, Mo, I gotta take him out. He got to go. He got to go. That nigga is so sorry.
Obviously, he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing.
Come here. Come on.
Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves it with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw is Cousins.
God damn.
It's Thielen, it's complete.
Ah, boy, oh boy.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes
I like this shit. You got me last time.
too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1st down, here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
Good defense.
But he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as a ball.
Keep 6 points off the board. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins.
You got it. Hey, young.
Excellent coverage there on 3rd.
Bro, this nigga Edwards is so fucking sorry, bro. Like, it's no fucking way.
Back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And his kick here is good. So if you factor the safety, this could be a 5-point swing.
You say, we'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say, we let a good opportunity get away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Get out the way. Oh, God.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. Then you got to take care of the ball. Boy, it just shows the difference. That's a great way to score some points.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best.
Hey, Mo. I just realized that he did that shit too.
Not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Yeah, that shit wild. That shit wild. That shit wild.
Now Jones. Gonna throw it inside here, complete. He's gonna be out of bounds.
Oh yeah, we gotta score, man. Come on.
The final play of quarter number 3. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And some space here.
75 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that Bruce McAdams starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Giants.
Yo.
Amari Cooper, 35 yards.
And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Gano the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
38, Vikings 26. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Cousins on first down. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
He's got Bellinger.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Down inside the 10.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game. And it's taken
I owed you this ass whipping because you got me when I still had Green Bay. I owed you. Oh, yeah?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Oh, all right, man. I knew you had got me. I was waiting for this.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee. And
oh, yeah, you did. No, I'm hip. I'm hip.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. You got
Oh my God, Thibodeau, really?
Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Thank you. About fucking time.
Interception. Mike Edwards picks it off.
Fucking that nigga's. I hate that nigga, Slim.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double check my math. But it is now 8.
I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle.
Let me see.
Throwing Jones. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, his 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
Oh my God. That nigga Barkley different.
Touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Gano following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Cook again.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of...
Oh, wow.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Just a yard of the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, trying to barrel that throw anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
Oh my God, he pushed him right into the motherfucker.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32.
GG, bro.